everybody, it's Christina. I have a quick card for you today. I'm going to start off with the piece of white cardstock. This measures 3.5 by 3.5. And then I have this Mr. Huey's, or Studio Calico Huey's mask. And I am going to go ahead and, actually, I think I'm going to put this down using some washi tape so that the spray doesn't seep through too much onto the cardstock. I'm not the best at spraying, so we'll give it a try here. I always seem to overspray. Too much spray. Alright, so I just have that adhered down to the back of my mask, and I'm going to use some Mr. Huey's Dewy. So I'm just going to spray that on, and then I'll peel off my cardstock. Oh, so pretty. So I have that little mask right there. I'm just going to set this aside to dry for a few seconds. Okay, I let that dry for a few minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the Tim Holtz Distress ink. This is Tattered Rose. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink the sides. I have my craft mask, or mat down here on my desk, just so I can ink a little bit easier. And I'm just drawing in a little bit of the color. I'm not going to do a lot of color. Just a little bit going around the edges is all I want. Okay, so I have that done, just a very little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I have this stamp that says Make a Wish, and I'm going to stamp that using some VersaFine black ink. I'm going to put Make a Wish down at the bottom. Alright, and now I'm just going to set that aside for a few seconds. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap white cardstock, and I have this Martha Stewart punch. I've had this for quite a while. I don't even know if it's still available. If it is, I'll link it up over on my blog if you want to check it out. And I'm going to stamp that out, and then I have a very little itsy bitsy tiny happy birthday sentiment. I'm going to put that on a block, and then again using the VersaFine, I'm going to stamp out my little happy birthday. So it'll say, Happy Birthday, Make a Wish. And then I'll need to poke a little hole in here so I have something, a place to string my thread through. Alright, so I'm just going to run a piece of crochet thread right through the hole. And I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to wrap this around a piece of ribbon that I'm going to be putting onto my card. So I have my Make a Wish card here. I have this linen ribbon from Stampin' Up, and with this I am just going to go ahead and tie a little knot. So I probably wasted too much ribbon there. And then I'm going to take my little birthday sentiment. I'm going to stick that underneath the ribbon. And then we'll just tie this in a bow right onto our knot that we tied with our linen ribbon from Stampin' Up. Alright, so I'll trim this off. So I'm going to take this and adhere it right to this piece of Hero Arts cardstock, and I'm just going to use some dimensional adhesive on the back of this to pop it up. We'll center that right onto our Hero Arts cardstock. And that cardstock, this white piece measures 3.5 by 3.5. The Hero Arts measures 3 3/4. And then I have a card base, which is 4 1/4. So we're just going to adhere that straight to our card base. Alright, to finish up my card, I'm just going to take some of the Tattered Rose Distress ink, and I'm going to go right around the edges of my card base just to give it a little bit more color, to kind of draw in the color from the edge of our Make-A-Wish mat there. And that will be our card for today. For a list of supplies that I used to make today's card, you can find them over on my blog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.